as we're facing this massive budget crisis in this country, we still manage to spend more than 50% of the disposable tax dollars of the United States of America on weapons. What are we thinking about? What are we thinking about? The United States of America, a country I have fought for to be what it says it is. That's what my work is driven by. I want America to be all of the wonderful things that it says it is. We spend more on the military than every other country in the world combined. What are we doing? I spoke at a middle school in Canby yesterday. A middle school that for 10 years has had an active peace program that has transformed the school from one of violence to one of kids working together. And I got there and I learned that 2 days prior, they learned they were going to be closed. It made me want to cry and throw up. Instead, I inspired the kids to work with me, but I said it the other way. I will work with you. Let's form a committee. You guys write a draft of a letter to the school board, email it to me, I will work with you, I will sign it with you, and we will send it to the school board. Another group formed a little group to draft a letter to the editor of their newspaper. They're going to send it to me, I'm going to work with them to get it in the newspaper. Another group got together to make banners and protest signs. And I committed to stand with them as they struggled to save their school. It was a teachable moment. They got to, and I, whether or not they keep their school, they understood what it means to be involved in civic action. Maintaining the educational possibilities in their town is sustainable peace to me. It's not just about war. And I keep thinking, where the hell? Must be Father Fry sworn. Where the hell are we getting the money to bomb Libya when we cannot keep the Ackerman Middle School open? What is this country thinking about? And why are we not rising up in rage? Why are we not rising up in rage? I have a Facebook page. I invite you all to friend me. I never say no because I don't say, today I'm going for a mani-pedi. My Facebook page is always about what's happening in the world. And a friend of mine sent me, YouTube video clip of students protesting in the Capitol in Wisconsin. It's like, these are the people who inspire me. People always say, who inspires you? Oh, I like the Dalai Lama, I like Tutu, they're awesome, but I love the kids. I love the women in Africa who are trying to hold their communities together when the men are making war. They inspire me. And these kids, hundreds of them, in the Capitol protesting, expressing their right, their freedom of speech, and their freedom of speech is also demonstrated. And I posted it to the Ackerman Kids Save Ackerman page so they could see that kids are doing that. That's what I want to see in America today. I want to see Rotarians, old people like us, I'm 60. I want to see kids in Ackerman. At any age, we can organize to make our voices be heard and be part of this great country. I was taught civics when I went to school in the town of 1,200 people in wonderful Vermont, and then we had twice as many cows as people. And we liked it that way. They do not invade the pasture next door and steal the other herd's food. They don't massacre, black and white cow if I'm a brown cow. They give milk, they give cheese. We were taught civics, badly. But we were at least taught how the government was supposed to function, that there was an executive branch, Congress, the Supreme Court, which just sold out to corporations to allow them to buy. elections in America, which also makes me unhappy. If we heard that about another country, what would we call it?
Third world.
Third world? Corrupt? But we learned civics. We learned that we were supposed to be actively involved in our world. It's not just voting every 4 years and then saying, the government. What is the government? I don't know what the government is. It's a bunch of people like you and me who are sometimes decently and sometimes cluelessly leading this country into confusion, in my view. I want these kids to understand they need to be active participants in their life from that.